Okay, before I get into this one, what I would like to do is try to do as many analysis of the different commentaries on the Abu Dhabi 2021 final 5 laps as possible. And that involves as well looking at the foreign language commentaries. Being in the UK, we don't really get access to them. They don't come up on our YouTube very easily. So if you are listening to this from outside the UK and you can access, you can find on YouTube the commentary in whatever language it is that you can access, and send me a link to that. Put it in the comment section as a link to the foreign language, which foreign to us obviously, commentary of Abu Dhabi 2021. I'll try and watch that back with subtitles and look at the analysis of what's being said, and again test the theory that they're all on board with the same narrative. Now, what you'll have seen I've done so far, I've taken you through what Martin Brundle and David Croft have said, the contracted broadcasters, in the obviously English language. We then get Formula One TV, F1 TV's own commentary team, using that pit lane channel. And then we've seen what the British Broadcasting Corporation accredited media mind conditioners were saying. All three were essentially telling the same lies. Now, what they did for that event, they released it to be aired on free UK television, which is Channel 4. And again, it's all part of the global marketing machine. Normally, with Formula One races in the UK, you don't get to see them live. You have to buy Sky TV and pay to see these so-called sport live. But because they wanted to attract a bigger audience, because they wanted to attract new fans, which if they like this one, then maybe they'll buy into Sky TV next year, so they get to see every event live. Yes, so they'll throw out the freebie to attract people. They put the bait out. It was free on Channel 4. Now, Channel 4 did provide their own commentators. David Coulthard was one. Don't know the other one. Doesn't really matter. They're just the same kind of type of individuals. It's weird because this is the commentary track, and a lot of it, there is no commentary. So whether Channel 4... I didn't watch it on Channel 4. I can't imagine that this event was being played with large periods without any form of commentary, because that is what this soundtrack consists of. And I'll play you the first. The actual, you can see here, it's queued up at 1:26:10. The first 30 seconds of this, there's no commentary, and for large portions of what takes place there's no commentary, but then it kicks in. So I'll take you through what we can hear, okay? But it is rather strange. What commentary, whether when it was being played on Channel 4, they were using the commentary of Brundle and Crofty and then just interjecting occasionally with Coulthard and the other guy, don't know. But it would feel strange that commentary then doesn't appear on here. So really what was going on, I don't know. All I can do is analyse this, and we'll go through what's being broadcast. So here we go. 1:26:10 if you want to check this one out. This is the channel Matt Leando, and it's the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix Channel 4 commentary track. All right, 1:26:10. Here we go. Isn't Formula One a strange thing when you're not getting people talking over the event louder and faster than the cars themselves? Completely different experience, isn't it? Anyway, 5 more seconds and then it's all going to kick off.
Oh, and we've got a car into the wall. It's Nicholas Latifi in Sector 3, and we've got a completely different situation.
Yeah.
That is a safety car.
That's a safety car because they'll not be able to recover that. I don't think there's a crane in that position, Mark.
Okay, and they all do this. That's a safety car because they won't be able to recover that. What a strange way of presenting it. That will be a safety car because they won't be able to recover that. What do you mean they won't be able to recover that? They have to deal with this by utilising the safety car. That's a safety car. There's a crashed car on the track. Okay, now you need to get that off the track. He's not going to be able to drive it off the track now. All right, and there's also debris that needs sweeping off the track. They're going to have to get on track to do that. They have to make it safe. That's a safety car. What a strange way of articulating it. They're not going to be able to recover that. That's said by several commentators, isn't it?
That's a safety car because they'll not be able to recover that. I don't.
Strange, isn't it? Because they'll not be able to recover that.
think there's a crane in that position, Mark.
And they also said, I don't think there's a crane in that position. But now, these cranes are located at various locations around the track. They don't just have one, okay? There's numerous cranes, and you'd think they'd be dispersed around the track, and therefore you would use the nearest available one to deal with that incident. You know, if there's a crash, you know, if you divided the track into 8 different segments, for example, and had 8 different cranes, you get the nearest crane. That's the way it works. Now, why do you have to make a big song and dance about that?
That's in the same place where Verstappen binned it, so this changes things.
I don't believe this season. I just can't believe what we've seen in 2021. Nicholas Latifi is the second Williams out of the Grand Prix.
Hamilton shaking his head, cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. He knows what this means.
He knows what this means. Well, no, what he's seeing is contrivance.
Actually, hold on. Can they get this recovered within the time? I think this could well be us running to the checkered flag onto safety car.
So there's David Coulthard. What do you know, David? How many Grand Prix have you either participated in or been part of or commentated on? You know, when this sort of thing happens, David, how long does it normally take before we can go racing again, David? You know, from experience. And so what do you then think, David?
This actually, hold on. Can they get this recovered within the time? I think this could well be us running to the checkered flag onto
Absolutely right, David. Yeah, the data would indicate that.
Safety car.
5 laps to go. There's no crane down there from the top of my head. It's very narrow.
The crane shouldn't emerge from the top of your head, mate. Okay.
Narrow down there. And it took them a very long time to recover Kimi Raikkonen out of the same part of racetrack.
Yeah,
and in comes Verstappen.
Yeah. So I think with these amount of laps left, unless I have completely lost it, you can start practicing Lewis Hamilton, 8-time world champion.
Absolutely right, David. Okay, well, this incident's now happened, and I think should be Lewis Hamilton, 8-time world champion. Let's see how many times David says that in the last 5 laps as this situation unfolds, and we get, you know, this clear-up operation take even longer now because it catches fire and they have to deploy a fire extinguisher, you know. And so David's original prediction and his original assessment of this, hang on, this is going to take too long now. Oh, it's taking even longer now. Let's see what happens.
Box. Negative.
Oh, they're nervous down there. I cannot believe this. It is now down to the marshals. Of all the things we've seen this year, the speed of the marshals comes into whether this is going to be a restarted race.
Well, yeah, but again, that's a bit of a primitive way of describing it. Ultimately, it depends on the time it takes to clear the operation up, and it's not necessarily in the marshal's hands. Ultimately, if something takes place beyond the marshal's control, such as that car catching fire, the marshals have to deal with what unfolds in front of them. So if a car catches fire, then clearly you have to deal with the fire. You can't just say, oh, it's on fire, but don't worry, just attach it to a crane and we'll just get it out of the way, because we need to do it as quickly as possible. No, you've got to deal with the fire, because otherwise the car might catch fire. The petrol that's still inside that car might then explode. Boom! Who might that kill? as it explodes, as the crane is carrying it away. No, you deal with the problem. So therefore, the marshals aren't determining the time. What's being determining the time is the unfolding situation. But these people that speak at 100 mile an hour and keep you excited, that's just the way that they'll pretend the situation is, because that's how they want to make you feel, and that's how they want to make you think about it.
Let's see what went on here. This is the battle down into 9. Nice, well, initially, nice track position around the outside. As the contact come later in the corner.
He's just going to lose it by himself.
Yeah, I think he's got dirt on the tyres, and as he's tried to stay close to the Haas in front. Silly little mistake there, just lost the rear end, got a bit wide onto the marbles. There's a lot of debris even when they pick up that car.
Oh, it's the marbles that caused Nicholas Latifi to crash. It's the marbles. So Coulthard knows. Coulthard's a Formula One driver. Okay, former Formula One driver. He'll know what Nicholas Latifi really did.
What's the situation behind
So, situation is, Verstappen has pitted. He had a free pit stop. We would have lost track position to him. 4 laps remaining when you cross the line. So this field has to bunch, and then they have to send lap cars through. So it may not restart.
Is he right behind me?
He will be, once they've sorted out all the order. This is going to take a while to sort out.
With new tyres?
Copy, Lewis. We would have lost track position if we had pitted.
I say the silence in between these radio interjections is rather strange, isn't it? I can't imagine that when Channel 4 were broadcasting this, the UK audience, that there was just silence during these periods. But again, who knows? If somebody's got an actual TV recording of this, or can upload it somehow, it'd be interesting to see it.
The safety car's not going full gas down the straight.
Copy, Lewis. Understood.
what's happened here?
We've got
Perez
Perez
has
has come
to
in.
the pits.
retiring
Perez.
the car. That's retirement.
It is indeed. As Carlos Sainz has been promoted to the podium, another podium in his maiden season with Ferrari. That'd be his fourth if you can finish in that position. What happened?
Checo, we need to retire the car. We need to retire the car. Box.
Really?
Yeah, box.
Race control. Lap cars will not be able to overtake. Lap cars will not be able to overtake.
Well,
So, we've had a large period of commentary silence. Then we've decided we're going to then speak about Perez's retirement. All we know about Perez's retirement is it promotes Carlos Sainz up to third position. Nothing in terms of what that has done to the battle in the Constructors' Championship between Mercedes and Red Bull, and the fact that the retirement of Perez eliminates Red Bull, their chance of overcoming Mercedes. That guarantees Mercedes at that moment in time the Constructors' Championship. Nothing about that. Just getting you to think about, oh, Sainz up to third position for a podium. Oh, why have you retired Perez out of a third position podium in just a safety car situation? Why can that car not continue to lap at a safety car speed? What's wrong with that car, especially when the driver appears to not realise that there's any form of problem? Seems surprised by that. And we go straight then in to the lapped cars are not allowed to overtake. Right. So is this a diversion? Because it very much seems so. That all of the diversion, look over here, and now look over there, and look over here, and now look over there. Disorientation. So let's just play that bit through. Oops. Got to press play.
Really?
Yeah, box.
Race control. Lap cars will not be able to overtake. Lap cars will not be able to overtake.
well, in that case then, Hamilton's got a free run to the checkered here.
There you go. So I don't know who that commentator boy is. You know, auditioning for a role in either the BBC or F1 TV or Sky Sports. You know, he knows what the crack is. He knows you've got to say the right things at the right time. Coulthard's being authentic at this point in time. I mean, he's managed by Martin Brundle, I believe, is Coulthard. But he appears to not be on board with the script at this stage. Although later, when interviewed by the BBC, he does fudge the whole situation. Okay, and we'll go through that with the Ros Atkins report on the BBC. So Coulthard's identifying that, yeah, Hamilton's got a free ride to the finish then. If they're not going to do this releasing the cars, then we're not going to go racing again. Okay, because you have to do that. It's mandatory. It doesn't say that, but...
Because
we're going to restart it,
yeah.
but we're not going to let the cars go through.
yeah, so that
Coulthard didn't say that, but he's having to say yes. But Anchorman there, whoever that one is, he's telling us the narrative there. They're not letting the lap cars through, but they're going to restart it. At what point when have they decided that they're going to restart it? Lapped cars will not. The message, lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake. Does that say, but we're going to restart it? Doesn't, does it? Why are lapped cars not allowed to overtake? Oh, it's because Marshall's still on the track. Why? Who's jumping to the conclusion that, oh, just because he said lapped cars aren't allowed through, that means we're going to restart it with them lapped cars? It doesn't mean that at all. Why are they jumping to that conclusion? Who is sending out the memo? Oh, what it means is they still are going to restart it, but the race control hasn't made that error yet. But you need to prime the audience so that they believe it's still possible to restart and that they are going to restart it like this. That's not in the rules and regulations, is it? So if it's not in the rules and regulations, if it's not possible, why are you saying it?
We're going to restart it,
yeah.
but we're not going to let the cars go through.
Yeah, so that means that...
Who's told you that?
Will not be able to overtake. Lap cars will not be able to overtake.
Well, in that case then, Hamilton's got a free run to the checkered here. Because...
we're going to restart it,
yeah.
but we're not going to let the cars go through.
But we're going to restart it, but we're not going to let the car... Is that you just... Are you just guessing that? Or has there been a memo come through for you to say that to people?
Yeah, so that means that Verstappen has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... He's got 5 cars between him and Hamilton.
When do we do that?
So Coulthard's... Coulthard's now on board with the narrative. Oh, Verstappen's got 5 cars between him and Hamilton. No, when was the last time you started like that with lap cars in situ, David? You'll know.
We do it when you just keep amending and negotiating and changing the rules. That's the season.
Yes, we do it when... talk us through that bit again, David.
5 cars between him and Hamilton.
When do we do that?
We do it when you just keep amending and negotiating and changing the rules. That's the...
Have you just received a memo, have you, David? What made you jump to that conclusion? Yeah? Has somebody just come and put a piece of paper in front of you? Has it appeared on your screen? This is what's going to happen. This is what you need to convey to the audience.
Season unfolds. Just keep 5 cars between him and Hamilton.
When do we do that?
We do it when you just keep amending and negotiating and changing the rules as the season unfolds.
Cancel that. Lap cars will not be allowed to overtake.
Yeah, of course. Typical decision.
It's classic.
I'm not surprised.
Man, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. There are so many rules this year that have been redrawn, and this one goes against Red Bull. Some in Saudi went for Red Bull, some in Brazil.
There are so many rules that have been redrawn, and this one goes against Red Bull. What are you on about, mate? How are you proposing that this redrawn rule goes against Red Bull? Why are you saying that? That's not the truth in any way, shape or form. So the reality is, it's not that a rule is being redrawn. What's happening is there's an incident that's taking place. It's being cleared up, and there's still marshals on the track clearing it up, and you can't then carry out a mandatory procedure until the track is declared clear and safe, and that period of time hasn't happened yet. That will happen when those cars are actually on lap 57, when they'd have passed the incident. You'll have seen at the end of lap 56 the marshals are jumping over the barriers as the snake of cars is passing turn 14, and it will be then at that point in time, once those marshals have jumped over the barriers, and the clerk of the course should then be present and say, okay, or if he's not present, he'll have a foreman there, okay, that will radio back to him and say, yes, we've done what we need to do, the track is safe in this location, barriers checked, everybody's clear of the track is now safe in this location of the track. It's only then when he can radio back to race control and say, right, track is good to go, you can now carry out your procedure. That can't take place. It doesn't happen prior to them being on lap 57. Everything they're talking about now is just made up waffle. Or is it made up waffle? Are they being communicated with? Are they all being told the same thing here? They're all being told that this is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to go. But when it does happen, Act surprised, everybody. Act surprised. It's ending and it's ending. Wow. What is going on here? It's all confusing. Nobody knows. But this one goes against Red Bull. No, it's just not going against Red Bull. It's just the situation. Situation means that somebody's crashed. It takes time to clear up. And the amount of time it took to clear up means that you can't restart the race. Oh, but this changing the rules goes against Red Bull. Now you've changed the rules for Red Bull to set it up for Red Bull. You've cheated to set it up for a car that you know has got a massive now known advantage. You've broken the rules to set it up for somebody. While you're presenting this has gone against Red Bull. They're the beneficiaries.
Don't even know what to tell you anymore. There are so many rules this year that have been redrawn, and this one goes against Red Bull. Some in Saudi went for Red Bull, some in Brazil definitely went Red Bull's way. But Michael Masi was under pressure before, and he will be under enormous pressure. The track appears to be...
So the redrawn rules, what that about driving a car off the track, did they redraw that rule or just not apply the rule to Red Bull, to penalise Red Bull? Did they redraw the rules in Saudi Arabia or just not apply them? They just didn't apply them to Red Bull like they never do. What about not applying the rules to Red Bull at Imola? What about not applying the rules to Red Bull at Spain? What about not applying the rules to Red Bull in France? What about not applying the rules to Red Bull at Monza? What about any of those situations?
Clear, but we have gone on to another lap, and Lewis Hamilton is heading to an 8th championship of the world here.
So, we're now on lap 57. Right, if we've gone on to another lap, because the lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake, was given on lap 56 as they were going down that straight towards, because Checo, we need to retire the car box, was at the start of lap 56, that diversion. Lap 56 was the crucial lap that those lapped cars needed releasing on. Halfway around that lap, they then go on, lapped cars will not be allowed to overtake, which means Verstappen's got a lot to do. So we're gaslighting all that. We get to lap 57. So this is race over now. We're now on lap 57. Even if you do release the lapped cars on this lap, then the safety car returns to the pits at the end of the following lap, which is the end of lap 58. That means it's a safety car finish. Lewis Hamilton is the champion. So,
championship of the world here. We have gone on to another lap, and Lewis Hamilton is heading to an 8th championship of the world here.
Record breaking.
Christian and Michael.
Yes, go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, why aren't we getting these lap cars out of the way?
Just give me, well, because Christian, just give me a second. Okay, my big one is to get this incident clear.
You only need one racing lap.
What are these knowledgeable commentators saying? Are they identifying that what has just been broadcast can't take place? We're now on lap 57 of the race. Christian Horner only wants one racing lap, but you can't resume racing with lapped cars in situ. Okay, Lando Norris has now been left a lap behind Gasly, so that can't happen. And even if they do release the lapped cars now, the safety car returns to the pits at the end of the following lap. This is a safety car finish now, everybody. It's a safety car finish. Simple as that. Why are you not saying anything? Oh, just in case they break the rules. Why would you think that they might break the rules? If you're a authentic commentator of a sport, and let's say you're commentating on football, would you, when seeing a game of football, go, oh, I'm going to keep quiet here. I know what should happen. Here's the rules of the sport. I know what should happen, but I'm not going to say anything, just in case the referee breaks the rules of the sport. You wouldn't do that, would you? I'm just going to remain quiet for a bit, because just in case they do something that they're not supposed to do. You'd call it out, wouldn't you?
Lap cars, mate, will now overtake. What is going on?
Oh, what is going on? Oh, the dismay! Nobody understands any of this. Oh, it's so confusing, isn't it? It's this highly complex technical sport. Somebody's under pressure here, and yeah, but you've been calling out that they're going to go racing. You told us when lapped cars, this time, the previous lap, you were telling us they were going to go racing like this. That's not allowed. Now you're surprised. You don't know what's going on. What was the memos you were getting? You kept quiet for long periods of time. You interjected at various times, didn't you? Who was telling you to keep quiet, and who was telling you, oh, now you need to say this?
It's make it up as you go along.
Yeah, it is make it up as you go along, isn't it? But why is it you're making the wrong things up? Because you don't need to make it up when you just rely on the rules and go, well, here are the rules and this is what needs to be done. That's just clear explanation about what the possibilities are, right? Why are you making up things that aren't valid possibilities?
What is happening? The decision has been reversed. What?
Michael.
I'm afraid to say.
Oh, he's a good actor, that lad, isn't he? He's a good actor. Okay, this is his audition. Okay, down on your knees, lad, at the Harvey Weinstein audition. On the audition couch there. Good lad, good lad.
Hey, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Michael Massey's hand at the wheel is struggling here.
We'll blame Michael Massey here. He'll blame We've got the fall guy. It's Michael Massey's hand on the wheel.
Michael, this isn't right.
This is unbelievable. This is incredible. If you've never watched...
It's unbelievable. It's incredible. Oh, stay excited, kids. It's unbelievable. It's incredible. Yeah, we've given this footage to Channel 4 for free to excite the kiddies, to get the kiddies to buy Sky Sports next year. Get the kiddies to put the pressure on mummy and daddy because they want to see Grand Prix racing next year.
Formula One before, if this is the day that you... This is...
Michael, this isn't right.
This is unbelievable. This is incredible. If you've never watched Formula One before, if this is the day that you're watching, it's never normally like this. Max Verstappen is almost overtaking Lewis Hamilton. Got to be careful if he does that. Mercedes could appeal because everything will be appealed.
Everything's an appeal. Everything is an appeal, and the mind conditioning machine wants to condition you, or that there can be several things that go wrong, and you can appeal, and there's nothing that they will do. They won't uphold that appeal. They'll just go, oh yeah, it was wrong, but don't worry about that. Nothing can be done. It's wrong, but nothing can be done. It's wrong, but nothing can be done. Just like genocide. It's wrong, but nothing can be done. Who decides that? Who decides that?
This This is barely believable. One lap of the World Championship to go, and Lewis Hamilton is close now. He's 3.6 miles away from a World Championship battle that is so confusing and so controversial. It cannot be true, but it is. And there's a last lap shootout for the champion.
Oh, there's a last lap shootout. Oh.
Championship of the world.
Yeah, you've said it, Alex. We just don't know what to think. We just don't know what we're seeing. But something else is going to.
We don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. It's confusing everybody. Do you not know that this isn't allowed to happen here? This is wrong, David. Can you not identify? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sweet child of mine. This isn't right. Okay? Because we were watching it and I said it straight away. That's not valid. You can't resume the race like that. All right? You've separated out just 2 cars there. Third place, Carlos Sainz. Well, he's not in that race now. He's been held back. There's 2 cars preventing him from trying to challenge Max Verstappen here. A Grand Prix is not just separating out 2 cars for them to race. Can you not identify that, David Coulthard? You know, former Formula 1 driver, former Formula 1 race winner. You didn't really know that? Yeah? Lando Norris, that previously was closer to Pierre Gasly than Max Verstappen was to Hamilton. Lando's left now 2/3 of a lap behind Gasly. You can't restart a race like that. But
shootout for the championship of the world.
Yeah, you've said it, Alex. We just don't know what to think. We just don't know what we're seeing.
But you can't identify that it's wrong.
Something else is going to happen on this lap. Prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen.
Prepare yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Stay on the edge of your seats. It's only live once. It's Formula 1.
Hamilton was wide. He was very wide. This is barely believable. Verstappen's going for it.
Barely believable. Barely believable. Oh, it's incredible.
To the inside. Max Verstappen takes the lead of the Grand Prix and the World Championship on turn 5 of the last lap. And now he's trying to break the toe with Hamilton coming closer all the time. This is unbelievable. He's weaving all over the road. He's got to be careful. Mercedes will appeal that many changes of direction. But the Championship of the World.
Oh, so that's illegal as well. They'll appeal that, yeah. Appeal him overtaking under safety car, yeah, no penalty for that. We'll appeal him weaving down the straight, yeah, no penalty for that. They're both infringements. They both should get penalties, yeah, no penalty for that. We'll appeal the illegal restart. No, we'll ask Red Bull what they think about that. Yeah, no penalty for that. Oh, give everything to Israel Verstappen.
Is on the line. This is turn 6. He's wide out of 6. Hamilton's not done yet. We're going to go to turn number 9 on the last lap.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
Mercedes are distraught, but Hamilton's not out of this one yet. And Verstappen's going to squeeze him all the way, and he will maintain the lead. Can Hamilton come back here? He can't. He can't. And the Formula 1 World Championship has been decided in barely credible circumstances. It's involved Verstappen, it's involved Hamilton, but it's also involved race control. And you will never hear the end of this because Max Verstappen is nearly home. This is unbelievable. Race control got involved. Max Verstappen made the pass on the last lap, and as he comes over the line, Max Verstappen is the world champion of 2021 in the most unbelievable finish to a...
Unbelievable. Now, you see, in that last lap, this lad here, it did demonstrate that he too can be one of these Formula 1 commentators where he can talk really loud and just as fast as a Formula 1 car and louder than a Formula 1 car to keep you excited every single moment of that race, where he's commentating to keep you engaged in Formula 1 because it's a highly complex technical sport that, oh, don't you worry your little heads, it's a clean air, it's a dirty air, it's the tyres, and is this going to happen, and is that going to happen? He can do all that. He showed that he could do that on that last lap, didn't he? Why was he silent for most of the 4 laps leading up to that? Rather strange, wasn't it? You know, you can fill all the fucking airtime with his bullshit during that last lap, can't he? But rather strangely silent. Oh, well, if you're awaiting instructions, as to what you're allowed to say about what's unfolding here, just be a little bit quiet. Yeah, if you're not fully accredited, if you're just getting it for free to try and put out there as bait for the kiddies, then yeah, just do what we tell you to do. So, as I said at the start, if you can find links to foreign commentaries of Abu Dhabi that we can then have a look at subtitles to and see what was being said by the foreign language commentary teams, that would be useful, and we'll try and go through a few of those. Thank you for your time on this one, but I think what it has demonstrated, whilst they are, it's a slightly different version compared to the other three, they're still not being authentic. They're still not calling out what is actually allowed, what isn't allowed, what the rules actually dictate, and why they are what they are. Why it is that they couldn't release the lapped cars on lap 56. Why it is that lap 57 onwards, even if you do release the lapped cars, you're not going to go racing, and therefore it detects it has to be a safety car finish. We didn't get any commentators speaking about that, did we? We didn't say, no, this is not allowed. This is not possible. This is categorically not allowed. And therefore, this won't stand. Okay? The governing body will realise that whatever is taking place here is not allowed to take place in accordance with the rules and regulations of the sport for this, and this reason. And therefore, what you're seeing now is a complete hash of an event. So, this will not be a valid result. This result, what you're seeing unfolding now, will be subject to an inquiry, and that will have to be overturned. None of them have said that. Not a single one of them has said that. Anyway, that'll do on this one. Thanks for your time.